Hello everyone, it's Nadie, and today we'll be testing out the Jeffree Star Cosmetics Bloodlust palette. Oh my god, there's dust. As you beautiful people know, this is about the products, not the people behind them. Any tiff you may have with them, please cast it away because this is a channel of positive energy. Okay? Thank you. So, how is everyone today? I hope wherever you're at in the world, you are having a marvelous day so far. I myself am a busy little bee today. It has been such a fantastic day so far. I love those days when like everything that you've been working on just works out and meshes together and it's just like, oh, life is good. And it's especially good because I just got this little beast on my doorstep. Oh, look at that pink bitch. This is the biggest pink box I have ever seen. I have not opened this up yet, but I do know that I ordered 2 palettes because I'm going to be giving one away. Yes, that's right, honey, we're having a giveaway. And I do know that I ordered quite a few items, but I'm gonna separate them into different reviews. All right, here we have it. Look at that. Oh. So normally, oh god, it's open. What the fuck? Oh my. It's very, very ripped and not very well. Okay, shit. Well, I do remember him saying that you can take this out and throw it away, so I don't think it's supposed to be permanent, but that is, what the hell? It's like working with a floppy dick here. There's not much we can do with it. And I didn't want to look at the packaging quite yet, but now I guess we're forced to. That is beautiful. Oh my gosh. Let me see how this second palette is, because hopefully nothing is broken, because like I said, I do want to do a giveaway with this. Why is this like this? It is literally as if this went through a fucking hurricane. I mean, hopefully they're okay, but I'd prefer one of my winners not to get a busted up biatch. Just make sure everything else that I ordered is in here. I ordered the lipstick as well as the lip glosses. I'm gonna be giving some of these away on my Patreon. This is really weird, like everything is ripped through. I've never gotten my stuff from him like that. I wonder if this box was like tampered with? It does look like it went through some shit because there's like a big hole right there. That's not really Jeffree Star Cosmetics' fault, but still, like, what the hell? Like I said, I do have 2 of these palettes, and I do want to give one lucky winner one. And I actually have something else to give away too. So if you can't tell, he's a little bit extra glowy today. That's because I've been using the KPS Essentials mask. No, this is not sponsored. I just love the shit out of this brand and all of their products. They are a luxury skincare brand that only uses all natural products, not like some natural products and like the labels look natural. No, this shit is all natural. I cannot even tell you the number of emails that I get asking for recommendations for natural skincare companies, and KPS, that is definitely my top contender. And they work very, very closely with people who have severe skin issues. Even if you don't have bad skin issues, their products are still great. They may have actually sent me a code for y'all. I'll double check in my emails, but like I said, this isn't sponsored. I just love them. They don't make their products to cover skin issues like a lot of companies do. They make their products to fix the issue. But this is the antioxidant cacao mask, and this is actually only sold to licensed estheticians, but they gave me one to give away for you, so I'm gonna include it in this giveaway. Like usual, this is worldwide giveaway. Just make sure you're at least 18 or have your parents' consent. You'll be winning a brand new Bloodlust palette and one of these guys, which I found works best if you apply it with a brush. Oh my god, and it smells so good. Like when I say it's chocolate, but really fancy chocolate that has a bunch of other stuff in it. The only requirements are that you are subscribed to this channel, and please feel free to stick around. I love having you. And since they don't really do YouTube, they do have Instagram. I do also want to make Instagram a requirement. So just give them a follow. Feel free to follow me on there as well. I always give updates on my makeup stuff. But yeah, other than that, there's some other things that you don't have to do, but you can get entries like my Patreon family. They get bonus points for being a member of the Patreon. Is that how you say that? A member of the Patreon? That doesn't sound right. Just like when my grandparents say, oh, are you on the YouTubes? Or when grandma's like, oh, I was on the internets yesterday and I saw the cutest puppy. So yes, Patreon gets a few extra little points if you yourself would like to become a Patreon member. It's linked down below. It's very, very inexpensive. There's actually like giveaways on there that are just for Patreon. There's Patreon only videos, plus you get access to videos a day before they're on YouTube, probably without ads. Please feel free to enter because this is a good little giveaway. Like, I'm so excited for this. Back to this palette. For the first time, I think ever, I actually ordered it through Jeffree Star Cosmetics. I totally forgot about it until this was out for like 7 hours, and I thought, shit, in my ear, it's gonna be all sold out like usual, but actually pretty much everything was still in stock. So either people didn't love this collection, or Jeffree is like, fuck, I gotta get even more so that I don't go out of stock. It's probably that one. I think was a little bit more expensive than his other ones. What was it, 53? I don't know. We should probably look. I am on the website right now, and now it's sold out, but this retails for $54. Here's the outer packaging, which I think is really, really pretty. I'm probably gonna keep this, even though it is extremely, I don't know, because it feels sturdy, but also flimsy at the same time. I don't know, it's like me after the gym. Who am I kidding? Me before the gym too. It's really, really pretty, like details that I didn't even notice in pictures, like blood coming off the crown. It's cute packaging. I'm not totally in love with his new logo, like with the crown on it, which it doesn't look like that logo is on the packaging, so maybe it's just like a specialty thing for the website. But on here you have his full ingredient list, a nice little shiny snake wrapped around a matte logo, very cute. And this is an artistry palette, which to me means that it might not be for everyone, especially beginners. I don't know if that's accurate, but that's the first thing I think of when I see an artistry palette, kind of like the Norvina palettes. Here we have the actual palette. This is so pretty. Like, I saw it in his launch video and I saw it in the Nicki video, but that did not do it any justice. Like, this is so pretty. And just as a warning, I do not suck Jeffree's dick on this channel. If you've seen any of my other Jeffree videos, you'd know that I'm very, very, very neutral. I'm not jealous of him. I'm not like for him. I'm here. Like, I'm just here for the makeup, honey. I love the back. It has beautiful, like, I don't know, rubber words on it? Is it? I don't know. They're textured. It's just so clean looking. And then the beautiful metallic emblem. Is this actually metal? I can't quite tell, but it's right there. It is gorgeous. This thing down here, I'm not gonna lie, I don't love it, but I suppose I could store it on its side like this, but normally I like to store palettes like this so that when you walk into my office, you can see them on display, and you can't really do that, so that's really my only gripe with this packaging. Before we open it, I do want to say that the first time I saw this palette, I was like, ooh, that is not filling my purple needs. And even though Mama Mitchell gave Jeffree a beautiful look with this palette, it wasn't really like a wearable look, and so I wasn't able to like really see how these looked. What sold me on really liking this palette was when Nicki Tutorials used it, because there's like a deep purple in here that I did not even know existed. Like in Jeffree's video, it just looked really gray and ashy to me, but when she used it, it was like a beautiful purple plummy eggplant, which that is what I needed. So it just got me a little more excited for this palette. Now when I see it next to the other blood ones, it just makes more sense. So let's open it up and ooh, oh, okay, there's that big thingy. Oh god, that's satisfying. Here she be. This is actually very, very, very pretty. It looks way better in person than it ever did on camera, even in Nicki's video. It is satisfying my purple needs, but I do just wish there was like one other color in here, and I don't know what, but I have a feeling I probably already have that color in one of his other palettes. And because he doesn't repeat colors, I understand it not being in here, but I just, there's one color in here that isn't here. I want it. But otherwise, I actually think this is really, really pretty. Like, we have a lot to work with in here. Even if you don't love purples, you can still get away with creating other looks. Like, we have this beautiful kind of like greenish white. I think on camera it looks super white, but in person, it is a little bit greenish. Not that I don't love the packaging, but for me, this isn't something that I'd probably ever travel with, so it makes me wish that these could kind of come out and be put in like a Z palette or something, because I could totally see using this on a lot of people. Oh my god, this one right here, that black, depending on how you look at it, it looks goldish green, and then when you look at it straight on, it's black, but then like this way, it's pink. Oh, god damn. I'm actually loving this palette a lot more than I thought I would. Like, first reaction, I was not excited about this at all, but now that I have this beast in my hands, oh, this might be my favorite blood palette yet. And that's saying a lot, because the blood sugar palette, that is my jam. I love it. The blue one, I don't really like that much, but this, oh, I feel like this with the blood sugar palette could make magical babies. It has a great weight to it. I mean, she's a little bit heavy. It has a beautiful mirror on it. It seems to close and open up pretty nicely. This is actually like a locking clasp, which does seem to lock it pretty well. You just pull it up and there it is. I think we're gonna like this. Oh my gosh. So let's go ahead and swatch and do a look with this bitch. Y'all know the song. Are you ready? It's swatching time. First up, we have Your Majesty, Take the Crown, Deviant, Beauty Sleep, Wet Jewel, Royal Pain, Dungeon, Scandal Water, Sworn Enemy, Pink Magic, and Bleeding Heart. Honestly, these are so fucking beautiful. They are literally flawless. Like, when he said that he perfected these, I honestly believe it. Like, at least for swatching, these are like one and done. You don't have to like rub your finger in there to actually get pigment. You just swipe it, swatch it. That shit is good to go. These swatches are like the menu at the Cheesecake Factory. Like, it doesn't matter what you pick, you know it's gonna be good. The only thing that I will say I'm a little bit disappointed in is Dungeon. This was supposedly the deep dark purple, which did look beautiful on Nikki, but as I see it in person, to me, it does look deep, but still a little bit dusty. Like, there's a rich purple that I think this palette is missing. However, I feel like maybe if we mixed Blood Queen with Dungeon, we'd probably get the purple that I'm really wanting. So really, I can't be mad at these. Like, the quality seems really outstanding so far. The only downside, though, is that those shimmers do have a lot of glitter, and there's a ton of glitter residue on my hand. I don't think you can see it, but damn, that shit's still there. It's like he's figuring out how to make smaller and smaller particles of glitter, and soon it's just gonna be permanently stuck into my skin. And finally, we have the last group, which is Executioner, High King, Vivid Mood, Monarchy, Blood Queen, Vile Serpent, and Betrayal. And then there on the end, I actually took Executioner and rubbed it around a little bit because I was really curious to see if the glitter would stick in the black once it blended out, and that shit is still there, and it is very strong. I have no idea how they did that, but there is still a lot of glitter in that black, which I think that would be so pretty to do like a black to purple smoky eye and put that on the lid. Like, ugh, yum. This one, I think it's Blood Queen, is a little bit splotchy, at least with swatching. No idea how it'll be with a brush, but same for this kind of bluish green Vile Serpent. They're both beautiful, but you can definitely tell that they're pressed pigments, which act a little bit differently around any kind of moisture. And so because my palm does have a little bit of moisture, it just makes them look a little splotchy. I don't know how they'll do with a brush on the eye. We'll see. But overall, I don't have like any complaints about how these swatched. They are all beautiful. I do remember somebody saying that Bleeding Heart is a little bit thick and scratchy, which, yes, now that I kind of look at it, it is, but it doesn't seem like too awful. It's just a little bit more dry than I think a normal shimmer is. And it's completely avoiding laying down on my dry skin, so I don't know if that really means anything, but overall, I'm really fucking impressed. So let's go ahead and hop into a look. For primer, I'm gonna go in with this Laura Mercier Hydrating Primer. And I'm kind of feeling a little bit more full coverage today, but I mean, when the fuck aren't I? So I'm gonna go in with this ColourPop Stick in the shade 55C. I don't know if this is my color or not. We'll see. Oh wow, I wonder if this is expired, because that is not a pleasant smell. Oh my, it's really unpleasant. Kind of smells like dog pee. I mean, I love the product, but don't remember it smelling quite like that. Okay, so we're a little bit light today, but that's all right. We always make this shit work, and today it's not gonna be any different, damn it. All we can do is our best. Unless you're a mother, then it's your best plus an extra mile. Okay, so that foundation definitely did a great job at giving me the coverage that I wanted. I just think it might be a tiny bit expired because it also doesn't look like it normally does, but it's whatever. If my face falls off tomorrow, we'll know why. Then for some concealer, we'll go in with some Can't Stop, Won't Stop by NYX in the shade Natural. This is probably gonna be deeper than my... Nope, we're not. Okay, let's go in with some Tarte Shippy Tippy. This kind of smells weird too. How long have I had this? Maybe it's time to go through my makeup and throw some shit away. And then I just got a big ass package from Laura Mercier, and so I want to try a few of their things. Normally I set my under eyes with their translucent powder, but lately because it's winter, it's just a little bit too drying for me. So now they've come out with a translucent loose setting powder that has a little bit of a glow to it, so maybe that means hydrating. We'll see. I've not yet used this. Hopefully it's not like so shiny that it'll make me look fucking metallic, but it also kind of looks a little bit tinted, so I'm just gonna take a tiny bit on a brush, tiny bit. This could cover a whole fucking football field. Ooh, that is very, very glowy. You know what? I'm just gonna take it all over the face and just give everything a nice little set. And the glowiness actually doesn't seem to be like too overpowering. What do we think? Yes? No? Is it okay? I think I probably should have like doused my face in like skin oil before this because I am so fucking dry this winter. My skin is as dry as my sex life right now. So I'm also gonna go in with a little teeny tiny bit of the Laura Mercier brightening powder. I'm just gonna kind of set a bunch of this under the eyes, and that'll help brighten things up and catch any of the fallout. All right, to prime my eyes, I'm gonna go in with the Gerard Cosmetics Clean Canvas Base. I'm actually gonna be giving one of these away on my Patreon soon, so if you're a member there, look out for that. Y'all notice it's a little bit quieter because I don't have to have my fan on. I closed all of my vents upstairs. It used to be hotter than Satan's anus, but now it's comfy. One thing that I've been seeing a lot of people do is create multiple looks on their eyes, and I have done that in the past, but those are the videos where people say, ooh, I don't love the look. Because with my face, both looks have to be the exact same, otherwise it just does not look good. And I've also noticed a lot of people doing like these wild, crazy looks that most people don't wear, and granted, I guess my looks aren't everyday looks for most people, but I mean, like, bitches are being super creative with this and like taking it up their face and on their body. We're not gonna do that today, so if you're looking for that, go to somebody else. I mean, finish watching my video first, but then like put it in your little queue. Today, because I do have the nasty habit of using every fucking shadow in the palette and having like a really muddy look, I want to do something simple, damn it. Everybody is reviewing this palette and doing crazy ass things, and so I just want to go into this from like a consumer perspective, like the average person, not a makeup artist, because I'm not one. I'm literally just a makeup enthusiast. So we are going into this like I am you, because at the end of the day, we are all one. Now everybody join hands, I'll bust out the guitar. Oh my God. First up, I think I want to go in with Deviant and try like smoking that out along the crease line. It does have quite a bit of kickback, but this is also kind of a pointy, sharpish brush. Let's dive in. I'm going to start on the outer crease and kind of go back and forth, which that immediately stuck down. It looks so pretty, but because it is a pressed pigment, I'm assuming it does get a little bit darker on the areas that might still have a tiny bit of moisture. So if you are wanting this shade to be super consistent, either powder your primer before or go in when all of it is still a little bit tacky. That way it'll be the same color throughout. For me, I'm just gonna keep layering and seeing if it turns the same color. Maybe it's not that bad on camera. It's just in person, it looks a little bit deeper, but it's also creating a deeper shadow kind of right where I want it to. So I'm not that upset about it, but I think that's just luck. Either way, this color is really, really pretty. I don't think it looks splotchy. The camera always sees something different than what the eye sees, so you'll have to let me know what you're seeing, but so far, so good. Like, so good. But I also like that a lot of the shades in this palette, you could just do like this with some of that shimmer on top, or like this with that shimmer, or even just this with that. Like, you can do really simple looks with this palette, even though it is, I guess, made for artists. But really, who the fuck isn't an artist anymore, so I don't know what that means. But I don't know if you can see the color difference between the eyes. I can. It's ever so slight, and it's only because this one had a little less time to dry down, and this one is more dried down. Like, the primer isn't super tacky anymore, so the color is a tiny bit different. Let me go in with another little splooshy sploosh of it. Oh God, I wasn't even in focus. Sorry about that. I don't know what the fuck it was focusing on. Probably this. Oh, can you see me? But damn, Gina, this is a really, really good start to this palette. Like that. I'm digging this. Next, I want to go a little bit lower in the crease with a deeper purple. I'm so tempted to use this, but in person, these two look very, very similar. In the camera, I don't think as much, but in person, they could almost be the same, so I don't know that I want to use it. Actually, yeah, I do. I'm going to take it on a flatter, fluffy brush so I can be a little bit more precise with it, and yeah, I guess that does look a little bit more grapey, so I'm going to take that and just press it right into the crease, and oh yeah, there's a clear difference with that. Oh my God, it's so pretty. And I totally forgot about this one right there. Where do I want to use that? Oh, where do I want to put that? I'm running out of spaces. I guess let's place that right under what we just laid down, kind of pushing it into the crease as well. This one is a beautiful kind of like dusty fuchsia. It's weird because in the pan, they look really, really dusty, but once they're on the eyes, they do look quite a bit better. And the quality seems to be there. Like, a lot of purples are very, very patchy, but I haven't run into that with this yet. You might be seeing something totally different, but from where I'm sitting, they look great. I'm just gonna take a little bit more Deviant on this brush that I used first and smudge out the edges. One thing that I am noticing is that the undertones are a little bit off. Like, this doesn't match with this, even though this goes with that. And so even though I started with that one and then went to that and went to that, now that I'm at this point, this doesn't really go with it. Like, I'm trying to smoke it out, but I don't love the way that looks. It's like each shadow is just a half a step away from each other, but you can't like skip around. You know what I mean? That probably makes absolutely no sense, but like this shadow, when I smoke it out above that purple that I laid down, I don't love the way those colors go together. It's just weird, and I'm sure it's just personal preference. They probably do go together really nicely, but I'm not loving that. So let me just go kind of reinforce the shadows that I put down and go in with them again. And we already saw how High King works. We still have a bit of it right there. I think it's really, really pretty, but I'm curious about Blood Queen. So let's go in with that. I'm taking it on a new fluffy tiny baby brush, which also happens to be purple. And I'm gonna take that and blend it right into the inner eye and just kind of push it right into the socket. Oh, yes. It just looks very, very similar to this shade that we already laid down. But even though they are blending into each other, the quality of each I'd say is like epically fabulous. I think I'm actually gonna do a halo eye, so I'm gonna take each of those purples and place them right here on the inner corner as well. And then also on the inner and outer corner, let's take some Dungeon. Actually, let's just take it all over the eyelid. Very beautiful. Way different on the eye than how it looks on the pan, I think. But I'm gonna take this and slowly work it a little ways up the crease line. I think this might be my favorite Jeffree palette so far. And I totally did not think I would even enjoy this palette because it just doesn't look like it fills my purple needs, but it is doing a fantastic job of giving me purple life. And we'll cut a halo out with some more shippy tippy. And I am not super good at halo eyes, so we'll see how this turns out, but I always love watching like Raw Beauty Christie do hers. Oh, she's so good. And I am looking up close at my under eye, and there is the teeniest bit of purple fallout, not a whole lot at all. I don't even know that you'll be able to see it, but it is there. So if you're gonna use this palette after your foundation, make sure that you set a little something under your eyes to catch that fallout, because you can never be too safe. Use protection, folks. Okay, so we have some kind of something happening here, so let's start packing on some punch. I know I don't want to use that color. I have never liked it. It's always looked like a sewer golden green to me. Like, that just will not go with this look, I don't think. Maybe it would, but I don't want to use it. So let's go in with Pink Magic because it is bright and poppin'. I'm just going to take it on my finger. We're going to put it right there over the concealer and start layering things up. Wow. That is really, really pretty. Super vibrant. It's not the most like pigmented thing in the world. I think if I keep layering it on, we can get it to be pretty banging, but it has an amazing shift to it. I don't know if you'll even be able to see it, but it is so pretty. I think though laying it over something wet is definitely the way to go, and using your finger, I mean, when aren't your fingers the best tools? Then over that, I'm gonna dip another finger into Wet Jewel, and we're gonna place that right over there just to highlight it a little bit more. Oh, that's really pretty too. They layer so nicely. They're just like blending into one. And even though these are a bit glittery, I don't even mind. Like, yes, they are going all over my face, but it's purple, so it's kind of worth it. And I'm really curious about Take the Crown, so I'm gonna dip in with a brush on that one and just kind of place it around the outer edges right here. Ooh, actually, no, I'm going over everything with that too because that is so pretty. The way they all like blended and meshed together and created something new is just like, oh, it's turning my loins to butter. And then just a little bit of Beauty Sleep right here in the middle, if it'll even stick. There's not much left for it to stick to. I want to see if I can get my eye makeup so thick that I can't even open my eyes. So now I'm going to go back on the inner and outer corner with Dungeon, as well as some Blood Queen right where the matte meets the shimmer. Oh my god, there's a ton of shimmer down here, so I'm just going to dust all this away. I'm very glad that the powder was there because there is no staining whatsoever down here, so yay for that. And for the lower lash, I'm gonna start by smoking out some more Deviant. A lot of people I've noticed use this beautiful green shade on the lower lash, and to me that just has never quite looked right, so I think we're just gonna keep it all purple. Don't want to let anything ruin my purple party. I do, however, want to try some Scandal Water, so let's dip into that. It's a beautiful like bluish periwinkle. I'm just gonna start by patting it onto the lower lash and then I'll blend it around. I always have an issue applying color to the lower lash. It just does not want to stick, even when I use the Gerard Cosmetics. I don't know what it is, if it's my brushes or what, but this does seem to be sticking pretty well. Do you hear that? What the fuck is that? Then I'm also gonna take some Blood Queen right along the lash line. Oh, those colors go together so nicely. Honestly, this kind of reminds me of like a gothic Easter look. I still love it though. And I did want to go in with like a pink or a purple liner on the lower waterline, but I also really want to use this blackish, pinkish, greenish, whatever the fuck it is. So I'm gonna line the lower waterline with a black matte kohl pencil and smoke it out with some of that whatever it is. Okay, that liner is on, and I'm gonna take kind of like a brow brush and dip into Executioner, and I'm gonna place that right on the lash line and kind of work work it around a little bit, just right there. Normally I don't put anything with shimmer or glitter on the lower lash line, but I would kick myself if I didn't try this shadow. And it is keeping some of the glitter, but a lot of it is also like going down onto my face. But with the glitter that it is holding onto, it's ever so slight. I don't know that you'll really be able to see it, but otherwise, this shadow is actually really, really good. Like glitter flecks aside, this is a beautiful black. I'm then gonna smoke that black out with a little bit more Blood Queen, just to make the transition from black to lighter purple a little bit smoother. And then with whatever's left on the brush, I'm gonna kind of tight line my upper lid so that it helps hide the lash band. I will say though, glitter flecks are getting into my eyeball and it's not a comfortable feeling. Like it does sting. My eyes are sensitive, but they're okay with this. It's not like a deal breaker for me. It's just little flecks of glitter are stuck to my retinas. One thing that I am noticing, and it's probably because I applied so fucking much of it, but the shimmer kind of does want to go like flying everywhere and not stick to the eyeball. I'm sure that first layer I put down is like stuck there like glue, but the rest of it is just like all over my face, all over the room, all over everywhere but my eye. Again though, probably because I put so much on, and you can totally like wet your brush and that'll help it stick. I think it's just user error. It's really nothing to loosen your girdle over. Actually, you know what? Fuck this. We are gonna try some Vile Serpent. I'm gonna take the slightest bit, like right here in between the shimmer where the shimmer meets the matte. Ooh, I don't know if you can even see that, but that is a really pretty color. I don't fully understand its purpose in here, but it is still really pretty. Let me go and put on some lashes and all that jizzery. I will see you in just a second. And here we are with the final look. For lips, I went in with Deck of Scarlet's Moody Mauve, and then over that with Hank and Henry's Love You So Much. I actually really like the way this look turned out. Like, it is beautiful. It's kind of like monochromatic with the purple lips and the purple eyes, and I think I fucking love this palette, like, with a passion that is unnatural. I know we really didn't get to use a lot of the colors in here, but the ones that I was the most curious about, we did. So sorry about that. I guess we didn't get to use like this red, this color. Did we use that? Yeah, we used that color. But like a majority of these we got to dip in. And I do think that with other palettes, you could probably create this look a lot easier than it was to create it with this palette. But that's only because we were testing this and I really wanted to use like everything in here. But even though I do have other purple palettes, do I think this is worth it? Yes. Like, I think what's selling me is the combination of the packaging with colors that definitely are wearable and workable. I still think it's missing like a really deep like wine shade, but that's okay. Other palettes are coming out with purples that I really want. The shimmers I think are really, really pretty. Each one of them has like a unique aspect. Oh look, we can see all the shit on my desk. Oh hey. So is that deep hole that is my purple void filled? No, not yet, but it's definitely getting satisfied. I think this combined with all of the other palettes of his that I have, we could probably create the perfect purple palette. So I am okay with this. I did not see one patchy shadow. Please let me know in the comments below if you saw any patchiness. My eyes in this lens are always completely different. They never look the same. So please let me know your thoughts down below. Do I recommend this palette? Yes, I do. Even if you are a purple whore like I am, this might not speak to you, but it will satisfy some of your cravings with amazing quality. So yes, I do recommend this. Even if you don't like purple, you can create some really pretty looks with this. Well, maybe if you don't like purple, you might not like this. I take that back. It would be a little bit silly to have if you don't love purples, but if you do like purples and like some blues, then yes. Do I think it's worth the money? Honestly, I do. I am getting a little bit weary of like this big bulky packaging, but also that's his shtick. But do know that this does get dirty very, very quickly. It's like having a couch for a container. Any pigment that gets on here, it will be on here for fucking ever until you steam clean this. Formula A+, color selection, I do think it's pretty good. I still want that deep purple, but I think mixing this and that, I'll have that deep purple. So it's not that big of a deal. But honey, it has been a long ass time since I've loved a Jeffree Star palette, and I think I love this. And I also appreciate that this is actually good quality, unlike the tops of his little concealers and stuff that just kind of broke off. This feels sturdy, like you could do some damage with that, honey. So good luck to everyone entering the giveaway. I cannot wait to see who wins the brand new one. And I know you're gonna fall ass over heels over this stuff. It is so good. So all the giveaway details are down below. Like I said, good luck to everyone. Thank you all so much for being here. I love having you. Like always, please be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell down below below so that you're notified anytime I upload a new video. Don't forget my newest collection of highlighters, including Black Ice, which does change from black to white, is available at thepoplux.com. Also, my latest album, Kiss of Fame, is available everywhere online that music is sold. Thank you so much to everyone who's supporting them. Comment down below, let me know what you thought of this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You can follow me on Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter at officiallady, and you can follow me online at thepoplux.com. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all, and I will see you again soon. Bye!